Hello and welcome to a new series where we go through and play Dawn of War from Relic Entertainment, Warhammer 40,000 game. We're playing the original campaign through, which follows the Blood Ravens and their storyline. Without further ado, let's get into a new shiny campaign. Let's start with Mission 1, our first campaign mission. And we'll be following the Blood Ravens. This is set in the Warhammer 40,000 universe. So released quite a long time ago, early 2000s now. We have some orcs pretty much wrecking the shop. Imperial Guard being taken apart by the orcs, bless them. Campaign follows.
In the name of the Emperor, you will not falter.
The campaign follows the story of the Blood Ravens Space Marines. So we'll be primarily focused on those rather than the Imperial Guard.
We can't hold! Run for your lives! Cowards. You will fight or you will die.
As you can see, Space Marines drop down and suddenly everything's okay.
I am Captain Gabriel Angelos of the Blood Ravens 3rd Company. Status.
My lord, forgive me. We have done all we can to stop the orcs, but we have failed. My men's lives are yours.
You stood your ground in the face of the Emperor's foes. You've done your duty. If your men have failed you, I will leave their judgment in your hands.
Thank you, my lord.
I am not here for your thanks. This port must be held if we are to maintain troops and supply lines to the planet's surface. That is why we are here. Now, what of the wounded and the civilians?
Stranded. We have few ships.
Then you shall have more. All Blood Raven flights execute Protocol 23 and initiate civilian evacuation. We will dispatch the ground forces.
Yes, my lord.
Ground forces, my lord. But the orcs have retreated.
You must know your enemy to defeat them, Colonel. Orcs only retreat to regroup. They will keep coming until you, or they, are dead. Brothers, let us destroy this alien filth!
And there we have the initial cutscene of the game. And
what a glorious day for a battle. As the Stronghold, our frontline battle headquarters is currently being assembled. We should proceed with caution until it is finished.
Servitors are the builder units of the game. And they're currently building our base.
Weapons at ready. It is time. Orders received. Faith is our shield.
We're going to put our people on stand ground.
Splendid. The stronghold is complete. While the enemies we must now set about establishing a proper frontline base. Peace.
Yes, most beneficent one.
We need to establish ourselves a base. Let's get a barracks built. And what the game does is it requires resources. So
the first thing we need is a chapel barracks. That will allow us to call down more Space Marine squads.
We've already started building. These requisition points and the power come from building generators and from capturing strategic points.
Heresy grows from idleness.
We must start capturing strategic points. These three closest strategic points will do for now. Let us capture them first, and then move on to the others.
Yeah, there's one there.
Excellent. The chapel barracks is finished. Now you can build some more Space Marine squads.
Space Marine squads take up 2 of our population cap, and we've currently got 10. We're at 6 of 10. Build 2 more.
Yes, Lord. I shall await your instructions.
If we are to defeat these orcs, we will need to call in some special weapons. We must build an armory to get access to
Yes,
them.
Lord.
And you can see now, originally we only had stronghold chapel barracks. Now we have the ability to build an armory. You can only build it in what they call a control area. But
Yes, my lord.
now we've captured the strategic point. You can see it's got our flag on it. We zoom in, you can see there you've got the flag of the blood. Ooh. Zoom in, easier said than done. Flag of the Blood Ravens on that strategic point. You can zoom back out. Once you've captured the strategic point, you can send your squad off to capture the next one. And if you play multiplayer, there's a number of game modes. You can actually see the enemies just here. What's going to happen? We're going to work our way around and we find the enemy.
Excellent. The armory is operational. The Space Marine squads can now upgrade their standard bolters to flamers and heavy bolters.
And that's what we'll do. We'll upgrade 2 members of each squad. But again, the upgrades require requisition points and require power. Squads come out with only 4 people.
Forget our power needs. Building a plasma generator will supply us with the power we need to keep our force going.
Yes, most beneficent one.
Build our plasma generators out the way.
Fear denies faith.
No more squad members were able to be purchased for those.
We are the Emperor's chosen.
And you could right click. One of the things this game did allow you to do was right click on the item.
Well done. We have captured several strategic points. Capturing strategic points and building listening posts on them earns us more requisition resource, which we can use when we build squads and equipment.
I await your instructions. Initializing build protocol.
Plasma generators will continue to produce power at a constant rate, but there is a limit of how many plasma generators can be built per stronghold.
Which I think was 6 in the original game.
At your command.
You can see our reinforcement protocols means that we are not getting our full.
Faith is our shield.
We're getting up at 44, we're already at mob cap.
Excellent. The point is now protected from an orc retaliation. We should continue to build listening posts on all our captured points.
Yes, most beneficent one.
Every time one's built, we can build another one.
Build routine 7 to 1.
You could have 4 build units from memory.
It's time to hunt down the source of these orcs. They must have a base somewhere within the walls of this Imperial facility. But where?
I await
build
your instructions.
Another plasma generator we can.
Initializing build protocol.
Again, we'll.
Ever vigilant.
I was never a big fan of the flamer. I always preferred my heavy weapons to be bolters.
Praise the Emperor.
See, we found some Gretchens. They're the builder unit of the enemy. Of the orc.
Taking hits.
Follow me into battle.
We'll put everybody on a ranged attack
My
and stand
aim
ground.
shall not falter. Confirmed. Those Imperial Guardsmen look like they could use some assistance. Into battle. Come, brothers, make haste.
Our prayers have been answered. Here come the Space Marines!
See how many of these we can actually save. And the Tartarus defense walls. Probably not many.
Group!
We shall know no fear.
I think we can even walk around there.
We
What we're going
stand
to do,
ready.
we're going to leave one squad behind to defend that side of the base.
What would you have me do?
We'll just take a couple of squads out with us. And our force commander.
The Emperor protects.
Stay vigilant, brothers. Commencing attack.
Look! An Orc camp. And look there! A break in the spaceport's defensive wall. They must have blasted their way in. We must destroy this Orc camp and any others these foul creatures may have constructed.
What you'll find is their war banners
We'll crush the enemies of the
and their various buildings all have an attack range. And we need to make sure we destroy them accordingly. This gets easier later in the game when you get access to more heavy weapons,
Orders received, brother.
tanks.
Engaging the enemy.
In the initial phase, you can see we'll just take them out with heavy bolters.
Fear our wrath. Weapons at ready.
Excellent.
It is time.
This Orc camp has been destroyed.
Objective logged.
We've found yet another strategic point.
Walk softly.
Ever
Carry a
vigilant.
big gun.
So you need one squad
Attacking as ordered.
to capture strategic point. We'll take our second squad over. You can see they're using the heavy weapons, which have a longer range. It's only when the orcs get closer to the main bolter, the normal bolter.
Accomplished. At your command.
But as there's no way to this point
Awaiting orders.
without coming through here, see the map. The map's kind of
We
linear.
are the Imperial Guard. It is
I
time we
await
started
your
acting like it.
instructions. I will do as you ask.
Awaiting
You can
orders.
see we've rescued more members of the Imperial Guard.
Walk softly and carry a big gun.
We'll move our
Moving
spare
out. Weapons at ready.
Space Marines up to here.
This day shall be a
Use them to hold the
glorious
choke
one for
point.
the Imperium.
Maintain attack formation.
Now they should be bolstered by the Guard. The Guard do 21 to 32 damage. We do 22, so we have a much
Enemies
higher
of the
base
Emperor
damage.
still draw breath. There can be no peace.
And that's without factoring in our heavy bolters.
Maintain attack formation. Commencing attack.
So our base is secure. We can actually put a Space Marine squad on automatic build if we needed to. And we can increase the number of heavy weapons that we can carry. That will take us from 2 to 4.
Ever vigilant.
This
Once that
day
research
shall be
is
a
complete.
glorious one for the Imperium.
For the glory.
You can kind of rush it. I mean, you put everybody on an assault stance. We're keeping people at range. We're using the range stance.
What is your order?
You can see here we've got everybody on range. Our soldiers do a reasonable amount of melee damage.
On alert,
And
brothers.
certainly for our
The
force
enemy
commander,
must be nearby.
his melee damage is
For the
quite
glory
high.
of the Imperium. Taking damage.
You just end up losing troops that way. With troops costing requisition, I'd rather try and keep them alive as long as I can.
Commencing attack. Commencing attack.
You can see our upgrade is completed, so we can our research. We can now add up to 4 heavy weapons per squad.
Faith is our shield. We stand ready.
Walk softly and carry.
And then we'll deny them the access to the resource point by capturing it ourselves.
Walk softly and carry a big gun.
Faith is our shield.
Walk softly. Carry a big gun.
You can set different priorities.
I shall not fail. My aim shall not falter.
You can see we've changed our force commander there. We
For the
popped him on a
glory
melee.
of the Emperor. Do.
Area
Space Marines,
secure.
advance!
What are your orders? We are the Emperor's chosen. Orders received, brother. Weapons at ready. It is
We
time.
found more parts of their base.
Onward to glory! Attacking as ordered.
See, they've got a tank
Weapons at
here.
ready. It is time.
Hasn't got much life left. Let's not get too close to it. Though it is an artillery unit.
Heresy grows from idleness.
They weren't using it much. It was actually a
Orders received.
former Imperial Guard tank that they'd
Maintain
taken.
attack formation. Maintain attack formation. What is your order?
On alert, brothers.
At
The
your
enemy
command.
must be nearby.
Fear denies faith.
Really enjoyed the voice acting in this.
Awaiting orders.
And in the subsequent sequels and expansions. Did a really good job with the voice acting.
What would you
Form
have
up,
me
men!
do?
There's work to be done!
Maintain attack formation.
There's
Stay
nowhere to
vigilant,
go.
brothers. Faith is our shield.
Capture this strategic point. Strategic point denial to the enemy. Always good. Means they can't build.
This day shall be a glorious one for the Imperium. For the honor of the chapter. My aim shall not falter. Excellent. This Orc camp has been destroyed.
Yes, most beneficent.
As we have
one.
done with the other listening
With all
posts, we
due
can
haste.
send our servitor, our builder unit over to capture it. But this first mission kind of walks you through in an easy way through.
While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath, there can be no peace.
It kind of keeps it
Maintain
occupied
attack
with
formation.
Imperial Guard.
Understood. Moving out.
You can see
Moving out.
pretty much nowhere for us to go now. Here it's like, oh, your path's dead. Can't go any further.
Fear our wrath.
But our next path
Maintain attack
must be
formation.
here.
What is your order? Moving out.
Our objective for the game is to destroy the Orc camps while we're saving the Tartarus defense whilst securing the spaceports.
While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath, there can be
But you can,
no
that's
peace.
what you can do if you really want to
Cleanse.
sort of
Purge,
conquer the whole map.
kill. Ever vigilant.
And we're probably at a point where we don't need to worry. We've
At your command.
Not a
Orders
lot else
received,
around.
brother.
just make sure there's nothing this way.
Yes, my lord.
Our soldiers here at the bottom have got nowhere to go. Nowhere for them to go
Beware
here.
the alien, the mutant,
But
the
The
heretic.
enemy is attacking.
and we
What's
have
your
indeed
order?
found more troops.
Under fire. Heresy grows from idleness. We stand ready.
You can see we've lost one of our heavy bolters.
At your command. Stay vigilant, brothers. Faith is our shield. Cleanse, purge, kill. Stay vigilant, brothers.
You'll hear the phrase cleanse, purge, kill a lot in the game.
Orders received. We are the Emperor's chosen. We stand ready.
While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath, there can be no peace.
You can see we're slowly gaining the health back of our force commander. He took some punishment. Can actually equip him to a squad specifically.
Together to victory! On alert, brothers.
And you can
The
click on the
enemy must be
icon
nearby.
for his name. Or his name, his picture.
Yes, most beneficent one. With all due haste.
Again, by taking the strategic point, we take it from the enemy, give it to
Mission
us.
accomplished.
Beware the alien, the
Mutant,
the
the heretic.
We are united in his service. For the glory
The game,
of the
for me,
Emperor.
did a very good job of capturing the
By my command.
Warhammer 40,000
Attack.
universe concept. That anything that basically is not us is to be feared.
I shall not fail.
There's the grim dark in the
Faith and duty.
universe.
Taking damage.
Now, a settlement will be the Orcs' main base. Their headquarters building is where they produce various units, including their own war bosses. Pile of guns is the equivalent of an armory, and they did that a lot in this game. Each race has its own uniqueness,
Stands with me shall
but while
be
also
my
playing in a
brother.
very similar fashion
My aim shall
in
not
terms of what
falter.
buildings they had. There were different names, but conceptually they did the same thing.
We shall know no fear.
We indeed
My
shall know
aim
no
shall
fear,
not
and we
falter.
shall destroy the enemy.
Follow me into
Take-
battle.
That is their generator. The boys' hut is the equivalent of the chapel barracks. So, what you can see, we're destroying the building, and while we destroyed the building, it was still producing. It didn't put a freeze on, so it didn't put a if under attack.
For the excellent chapter. This
Praise.
orc camp has been destroyed. There, that's the last of them. For terror. Well done, Blood Confirmed. Victory is ours.
Victory is indeed ours, and we weren't required to capture everything on the map.
I am honored to be in the presence of a librarian. I wish to know how my men can better serve you. We shall wait for the captain to finish his prayers. I saw you stand against the orcs. You are a brave man, Colonel. I wish I could say the same of your men. I shall strengthen their resolve, my lord. See that you do, or we shall do it for you. You have something you wish to say. Say it, Colonel. How did you know? Even without my psychic gifts, it is obvious. Speak. Is it true your company eradicated a heresy on the planet of Cyrene recently? An exterminatus, down to the planet's last man, woman, and child? Colonel, your company is welcome, but such questions are not. Do not ask the captain about Cyrene if you intend to remain in his good graces. Brother Captain, the Colonel wishes an audience with you.
Thank you, Isidore.
My lord, my Tartarus 37th Imperial Guard Regiment stand ready to serve you in protecting the city. They wish to make amends for...
They will have many opportunities to prove themselves warriors worthy of the Emperor. The Blood Ravens are leaving the city. Its protection is in your hands.
I will ready my men. May I ask what your next course of action is?
Orcs only respect strength. I intend to show them that we have it in ample supply.
And that's a success. We completed the mission. We lost very few troops. Didn't really have to throw them in. And you can see there that reaction of the librarian. So one of the concepts that was in the Warhammer 40,000 universe at the time of the game, still is today, this idea that the Space Marines are that sort of genetically engineered people. They're much better, have no fear. Whereas the Imperial Guard, made up of regular troops, conscripted from many, many worlds, are almost afraid. They don't want to die, obviously, and they would try to find ways in which to motivate them, up to and including being shot for cowardice. Yeah, shot by your own side because you ran away. Very militant, very dictatorial, and the game really captures that feel for me. So that's it for episode 1, mission 1. So we'll do an episode per mission through the campaign. And if you enjoyed it, click the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you all next time. Take care. Goodbye.